Well, turning now to the results of the Pennsylvania primary and the results of the Philadelphia mayoral primary. Sherelle Parker won the Democratic nomination and is now poised to become the city's 100th mayor and the first woman to hold the top job after the November election. Rebecca Reinhardt and Helen Gim came behind in second and third, and Ellen Dahm rounded out the top four in a crowded field. Action News reporter Walter Perez is live along the Ben Franklin Parkway with more on last night's big race. Walter.
That's right, Sarah. Speaking with political observers and people in the public, the theme that keeps coming up is Sherelle Parker taking on the issue of violence head on. She says more cops in the street, which she calls constitutional stop and frisk, among other issues, a platform that gave Parker a decisive win last night. There is little doubt that Sherelle Parker winning the Democratic nomination for mayor of Philadelphia can be partially linked to her tough on crime proposals. But political experts say you can't rule out the fact that Parker has lived in, worked in, and served the city for most of her life.
She also had some very strong support, regional support in her area of the city, in the Northwest in particular. Obviously, African American community. Which makes up about 40% of the city.
Current Mayor Jim Kenney says he agrees.
Sherelle has a record and experience with people, that she represents an area of the city that is active voting, and that black women especially wanted to see a black woman as mayor, and I think they came out and showed that.
Parker is the first woman ever to win the Democratic nomination for mayor, coming out on top of what turned into a three-woman race. Rebecca Reinhardt came in second, and former council member Helen Gim, the only true progressive in this race, came in third. Parker now moves on to face Republican David O. in the general election this coming November. O ran unopposed for the GOP nod. But in a city where Democrats outnumber Republicans more than 7-1, O's chances in the fall are pretty slim, especially when you consider that Parker's platform is centered on the issues that Philadelphians are most concerned about, namely crime and homelessness.
The crime, put more officers on the street.
The homelessness, there's too many of them. Everywhere you go.
It's just plain terrible. Every day you hear something. Somebody getting killed, a child getting killed. It's crazy.
Now, Parker did not speak publicly last night after her win. She apparently suffered some kind of dental emergency that needed medical care right away. We're told she's expected to be just fine. The general election is now scheduled for November 7th. Reporting live from Center City, Walter Perez, Channel 6 Action News.